Okay, so today, very firstly, I would like to express my views over a couple of topics. Let me familiarize you with those a couple of topics. So today, my very first topic is about woman empowerment, and my very second topic is about Bhagavad Gita. As Bhagavad Gita that has been conducting quite nigh, that has been conducting nearby my residence and my habitual, and so due to which that has been disturbing and distracting the attention of the students, the school going students, the college going students, even the students who are aspiring for becoming an IAS officer or IPS officer or NTA officer or police officer, or just passing the 12th grade or appearing for the 10th grade as well. And not only this has been distracting the attention of the students, but also this the Bhagavad Gita that has been disturbing the household women, the the females, the housewives. You know what? Whenever the females, they just try the level best to go about doing the household chores. So every time, you know what, the Bhagavad Gita that has been disturbing the females quite much. Furthermore, if one wanna do the Bhagavad Gita, so one can do the Bhagavad Gita without using the mic, and even one can simply speak out something related to Bhagavad Gita and without disturbing others. And very firstly, you know what, the thing is that people, some of the Bhagavad related people, the saints, they have been using mic quite much, especially for disturbing others. Really, they just want that the more and more people, they should come over that, they should accompany them for worshipping the Lord, and so due to which they have been using mic. This is pretty much wrong. In addition to this, has been creating noise pollution. But let it be. And today, my very first topic is completely elegant one, and even precious and valuable one as well, as I want to express my views over woman empowerment. Very firstly, what is woman empowerment? Woman empowerment that meant completely to give more and more status to females, to women, by setting up schools, even by giving them education, even by enhancing and uplifting the literacy ratio, and even, you know what, the government that can uplift the literacy ratio by setting up more and more educational institutions, more and more coaching centers, and more schools as well. And in addition to, you know what, woman empowerment that meant completely that accepting the viewpoints of the females. In addition to, not only woman empowerment should exist in India, but also woman empowerment should exist in all over the world, as it's quite mandatory to give respect and dignity to females. As you know what, the roles of women, the roles of females are quite much numberless, even non-parial, matchless, elegant as well. And in addition to, none male can conduct the work which a female conducts on the regular basis. You know what? Whenever a female feels like quite much exhausted, even after being quite much exhausted, the female or the females, they just try the level best to catch up on the household chores, even to look after the babies without taking the salary, without taking the income from the government or from their husband. That's the fact. And furthermore, in the olden days, the females, they were no longer required to participate in any decision, whether the decision would be low one or the decision would be high one. Even the females, they were no longer required to participate in anything. And in addition to the dignity, the respect which was given to the female or to the females in the olden days, that was quite much low in quantity. And in addition to, what women are needing today, women are needing respect and dignity for catching upon the household works, or for catching upon the business related tasks, or for teaching others, teaching the school going students or the college going students. That's the fact. And moreover, according to me, the woman upliftment, the standard of women upliftment that should take place in all over the world. As you know what, females, what they are requiring, females are requiring respect, and even one can give them respect by just according to me, by giving them more and more job related opportunities, even by talking to them in a quite good manner, and even by not insulting them, by not abusing them, even by calling them in a quite polite manner, and even by talking to them in a quite polite, efficient and effective manner, and in a quite gentle manner as well, and even in a quite soft tone as well. And I've observed quite keenly and thoroughly that males, they just switch over to just use the harsh tone for the females, for calling the names of the females or the female, and even the males, they just switch over to abuse the females, to insult the females before a group or even before a packed queue as well. And so this shouldn't be done at all, and especially this has been taking place in India, especially in the rural and slums areas. And so my main motto, my main soul and main concern is to aware the people about the woman empowerment. And in addition to, you know what, woman empowerment that has been taking place quite swiftly and nimbly in the advanced countries, in the developed countries. Nevertheless, in India, it has been growing in the quite low, in the quite low amount. And you know what, the thing is that slums areas are those areas which are quite much unproductive. And in addition to, the government that has been doing nothing for just uplifting the development, for just uplifting the women development. And according to me, up to 60%, the government that has been just trying the level best to uplift the females by just setting up the schools, even by increasing and enhancing the literacy ratio. Nevertheless, the females, they are getting insulted. The females, they are getting abused by the males. So this sort of development has not been taking place. The influence in this sort of case has not been influencing. Even the divorce cases have been increasing quite much, and the government has been trying the level best to do something against the divorce cases, and even the government that still running for this. And in addition to the purdah system, that is quite much obnoxious and tragic one, and the government has not been trying the level best to do something for this. Very firstly, the government hasn't yet taken any initiative for doing something for the purdah system. Even yet, the females, they are quite grudgingly, forcibly and reluctantly required to accompany the purdah system. And even, you know what the purdah system states, according to the purdah system, the females, they are just required to put on a sari, a veil, and even with the help of that same sari, the females, they are just required to just cover their entire face. But in some countries like Britain, America, the females, according to me, the females, they just switch over to just cover their head with the help of cap or with the help of scarf. And even some females, they just switch over to not accompany this same sort of process, but some, they are having a faith in this process of purdah, and so they just switch over to put on a cap so as to hide their head. And even this is the secret of Elizabeth II of Britain. Really, I got to know this about this from the news, but let it be. And moreover, you know what, according to me, the government that has been trying the level best to do each and everything for just for the development of the females, even for women empowerment, for uplifting the status of the females. But the government has not been doing something against the purdah system, and so my main motto is to just avoid the government of the purdah system. And even I read about this article from the Hindi newspaper, and I read the views of Vidya Balan. She is the Indian actress. Okay, let it be. And in addition to my second topic, that is about the Bhagavad Katha. According to me, people, they are having a faith a great and even a grand faith about Bhagavad Gita. They just states this, that Bhagavad Gita, that is quite much precious one, valuable one, crucial one, and even matchless one, non-parallel one, and uncomparable one as well. And people they completely state this, that Bhagavad Gita that should be done in all over the world, as you know what? According to the people, due to Bhagavad Gita, all the ghosts, all the evil souls, they goes away. Really, they just take their heels. And in addition to, the thing is that Bhagavad Gita that spreads the peace in all over the world, and especially in that area where that has been conducting, where that has been taking place. And it's the commonly held view of the people that due to Bhagavad Gita, the gods, even the Krishna, the Ram, God, Lord Ram, takes place and even exists as well. But according to me, the science that that can't have a faith on these sorts of statesmen, and even faith of the people as well. And even according to science, the ghosts, even the gods, are not present among us. And in addition to, according to me, there is something peculiar and weird. Especially people they are having a great faith on God and ghosts, and you know what, these things are intangible one, we can't see and feel these things, and so there is something strange. And people they are having a faith in ghosts and gods as well, even without seeing them, without touching them, without feeling them, even just listening to them, listening about the god, listening about the ghost. People they have been having a great faith on the god and ghosts, and even without interacting with the god and ghosts, people they are having the faith over the gods and even over the ghosts as well. That's the peculiar thing, nothing can be more peculiar than this. But let me express my views, my opinion over this sort of statement. But my statement that would be not hurtable one, and according to me, I would just try my level best to that not to hurt anyone's feelings, especially emotional feelings. Okay, according to me, the ghosts, they are unreal. And in addition to, the thing is that if one is having a solid foundation, no, not solid foundation, if one is having a solid faith over ghosts, and even if one is quite much fond of watching out horror films, the ghost related TV serials as well, and even if one is quite much fond of just brooding over and musing at the ghosts all time long and every day. So you know what, according to the physics, according to one of the physics law, one would tend to be able to watch out ghosts which are unreal. That's the fact. Okay, so right away my sisters they have taken place, they have come, and very firstly, you know what, their badminton that that got a big break in the Midas, and that was completely broken in one sense in the Midas in the middle. And in addition to, you know what, the badminton that was itself handsome and hefty mounted, nevertheless that badminton that turned the inferior in quality. And it so happened because of the company, because of the brand, because of the fake advertisement. People they're completely fooled by the fake advertisements. They just try the level best to have a blind faith on the advertisements of the actors and actresses and of the brands as well. And after watching out the advertisements, the people they just switch over to go to the market for buying the products, the handsome and hefty mounted and massive mounted products, the even the expensive products. And later on, after using that same product for 1 month or for some days, they get to know the reality, the honest thing, which is that the product that is of inferior quality. And so thereafter, people they just feel quite much crestfallen, affable, and terribly despondent. So I strongly and even I highly recommend that we should try to buy those things which are good in quality and good in brand and good in brand as well. And even those things should be should be good looking as well, and good in color as well, and good in size as well. And in addition to the brand name, that should be the good one. Even if one is getting the bad product, so according to me, one should try to just return that one and take the amount of money which one has spent for buying the same product. As this is true, this is the honest thing, and one should try to just catch upon this sort of right, as this is the right of a person. That's the fact. But let it be. And even many a time I used to buy those products which used to be inferior in quality, and so whenever I just switch over to buy any product online or offline, so very firstly I just take the demo of the product, demo that is quite much good, as especially it tells about the quality of the product, even about the price of the product as well. You know what, by using the product, one can get to know the real price of the product, especially if I'm having a yellow colored bottle, and if that bottle has been working in a quite good manner, even in spite of using that for over time, that has been working in a quite good manner, even that has been opening in the quite good sense, I'm going to say in the quite good manner and way. So it meant completely that the bottle that should be handsome and hefty amounted. On the contrary, if I am unable to open the bottle in the quite good manner, and even it hasn't taken time quite much, even it completely reveals and depicts that the quality of the bottle that is inferior one, so the bottle that should be cheapest one in amount. And in addition to some bottles they are like this, that one can't open the bottle without using an instrument or any sharp material, or something different one like the large knife or something else. As some bottles, they are, especially I'm talking about the water bottle, you know what, some bottles they are strange one, even peculiar one, and hard one as well, so one can't open that one alone, even one can't open that one easily. So it depicts and displays completely that the quality of that bottle that is inferior one, and so the bottle that should be the cheapest one.